All right, it's getting to be that time of year again, so started going through some of my gear and shooting my bow a little bit, make sure everything's ready to go. And yeah, I figured I'd do a little early season gear list, a little pack dump. I'm always interested to see how people organize their stuff and what they bring with them and what they don't, and so that's what I'm gonna do today. So all right, still running the D'Acquisto public land stand. I know I had a video on that got a lot of comments and ideas and things, and so I appreciate all that. I got everything worked out decent enough on it. Still don't like this seat. It's just too narrow, but other than that, I think I got everything else dialed in. It's super light, easy to set up, so no complaints with that. So that's a stand. And then for my pack, I have a bunch of different packs, but I've been going smaller and smaller and simpler and simpler. And I used to get obsessed with, pockets and all sorts of organizing in them. And I find when I'm hunting, I end up just throwing shit all over the place. So it's not a huge thing for me anymore. I just get something I can fit everything in, and if I got to dig something out, it's really not the end of the world, because that's usually what happens anyways. But this is a Field Line Pro Series pack from Walmart. It was like 20 bucks, and I have more expensive Cabela's packs and all sorts of other stuff, but I don't know, I'm loving this backpack. It's not the most comfortable, not much padding here, no support really. One strap across the sternum, but that's it. Nice and simple, and there's no waist belt, which I like, because I just don't really feel like I need the support. I don't bring a ton of stuff, and I think it just flaps around, gets in the way. But anyway, so that's the backpack. Up in this pouch here, I will sometimes carry this fanny pack in there, but a lot of times I'll just wear this in. And so in this thing here, this main compartment, I keep all of my step straps, and then a small easy hang hook. I had the larger one, which actually I like better. I don't know what length this is, 12 inches or something like that, but it's nice because it just fits right in there, and it's small. And even though the other one kind of gets it away from the tree more, I just like keeping that in there. So that's the one that fits, and that's what I got. So I got all my straps there. One strap is on the stand, and then these ones, like I said, are for the sticks. And then the front pouch here, got a little gear tie. You never know, tie something up, rangefinder or binoculars, or tie something out of the way. It's always handy to have that. And then got my safety harness rope here for clipping into the tree. So I keep that in the front pouch. And what's nice is I'll just have this thing on my waist. I'll go up to the tree, I'll pull out a strap, I'll put on a stick, boom, 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 climb all the way up. I get to the top, and then put my strap on and everything. I'm just working right in front of me, right off that little pouch. And I know all my climbing stuff is going to be nice up in this little bag here. And like I said, it's right on me as I'm going up the tree, so it makes it easy to keep everything together and right on me. And like I said, I will actually just wear this in a lot of times. Anything to get the weight off your back, even though it, there's not a lot of weight in here, but it's some with the buckles and everything. So depending on how I feel, I'll wear it in. If not, I'll just slide it right in this front pouch here. And then also in here, I got some rope for dragging or pulling up my backpack. The stand actually is light enough. I find with this, I'll put the straps on and I'll just go up the tree with it. And so it's mostly just for my backpack. And over in this side compartment here, I keep my bow rope. So I got that easy to access on the outside. Hook up my bow, pull up some of this rope here, and that just gets tucked right in there, nice. And it comes on this little keeper here, which is cool. So, you know, worst thing is you going in the dark somewhere and this thing is just a freaking knot. So if it's not easy, I'm not doing it. You know, that's what I'm saying. Even with keeping my pack organized and stuff, it's like if I gotta fight with things, if it doesn't just naturally go in or be super easy, it's gonna end up in a ball, in a mess, thrown in somewhere. That's just how it is. You know, you're getting out of the stand, it's dark, you want to go home, you got to go to work, so it happens. Another nice big compartment on the side here with a strap, and that guy I'll usually have water in, especially early season. It's nice just to easily be able to get to it. And then you got this little bungee thing here, which I don't ever really use for anything, and another strap here on the side, just kind of contain everything. So then in this small compartment, let me get this thing opened up. This thing flips open. Typically, I'll pretty much leave this open. I can tuck my phone in here, do whatever, access to everything in here. I'll keep a camera in here, which I don't have right now. So all that stuff is right there, and I can just grab what I need when I need it. You know, if I want to throw a snack or something in there, I'll just leave that open as I'm hunting, and I can get to everything. So, like I said, I kind of stopped worrying about trying to have a little pocket for every bit and piece of whatever. This is just small stuff in here. I got a headlamp here, green, 2 greens, and a white. Usually when I'm walking in, I'll just have one and I'll shine it on the ground. That's about all I use. And I actually hold it in my hand. I don't even clip it on my hat. It's a Browning. So this is like my #1 light. And a lot of times actually I'll keep this in my safety harness pocket, and I'll just pull it out as I need it. Let's see. So early season, extra Thermacell packets. Definitely need these. The bugs are terrible, so I keep some of those in there. Charging cable for my phone. A little chargeable USB. Keep that in there. You never know, you're out hunting, you want to make sure your phone's working, check maps and find your way out, or call someone if you shoot a nice deer. And I got a couple of cleaning pads for my camera, extra flashlight, a little bit brighter, blood trailing, all that good stuff, SD card, and some chapstick. Late season, it gets windy, my my lips get destroyed, so I actually leave some of that in there. And I think that is a scent-free one. Not that I really care, but I think I was just at the store and they had that, and so anyway, so I got that. So that's this little pouch. So it's just little odds and ends. Like I said, you know, am I gonna tuck everything in all these little spots? No, it just goes in here. It's not too hard to get anything out. So, all right, so then this little pouch here, I got another headlamp, a brighter one. Got all sorts of different modes on here and colors, and so anyways, That's another bright one, usually just for blood trailing, stuff like that. I really don't use that going in. Sometimes I do, especially during a gun season. I want to make sure people see me, because you never know. Sometimes people get a little carried away, and it's nice to have. I have some milkweed floating around in there. I always carry that on me. Some lightweight gloves. They're good for early season when the bugs are just eating you up. So it's hot, but you throw the gloves on, helps keep them off you, hide your hands. And then for late season too, they're nice because you're setting up your sticks, you're climbing on the metal, and you know you don't want to get your hands cold first thing in the morning. So this kind of helps protect them when you're setting up. So those will stay in there all season. And I got a tree saw. I love this one, the Heumann. This thing fucking cuts shit down. Great, folds up nice. I have the pole saw attachment for it. It's nice if you have pre-hung stuff and you want to clear, but for the most part, this thing just goes in there. If I'm climbing up a tree or something, I got to get a branch or something out of my way, I'll do that. But otherwise, I try not to trim a bunch, but sometimes you need that. All right, so I already went through the headlamp. Up in here, grunt tube, that stays in all year. It's a Ridge Runner, plastic, nothing fancy. I think I got it at Cabela's or Amazon or something, but never can go wrong with a decent grunt call. And this one doesn't sound too bad, but I always keep that in there. I'm not a big caller, but you know, sometimes you get a chance at something, you hit the grunt call and see what happens. So I've had a lot of luck with it, but you know, I don't rely on it. So, and then later on in the season, you know, I'll have a doe bleat in here. I got a rattling antler bag that I'll throw in the bottom of this pouch here, and a rangefinder bag, which I never leave it in. If it starts raining or something, I'll put it in here, but mostly it lives in my harness here, which I'll get into that. So then the other thing I got in here, let's see, Allen key, Thermacell, best thing going. I never had one. That gear tie clip too, that's great for this, hanging it up. I didn't buy the attachment to hang it. I used some of the packaging and some paracord, and I made a little loop here in the gear tie, and I'll hang that thing up where I need it. But I went forever without one of these, and I will say, I don't know what I was thinking. I love this thing. It is so nice. You go through the little pads, you got to get the butane for it, but early season, it is a game changer. So definitely get yourself one of these if you don't have one, even just for around the house. I mean, it's just a great thing to have. It works, no complaints. So then we get into the big compartment here. Not a lot going on in here, but I like to have the option of layers. If I want to throw a hat in here when it starts getting colder, if I want a hoodie, you know, whatever, I have the room. I rather not have my bag packed during early season, sweating, bringing in all this extra stuff, but I have the room to grow throughout the season when I need to bring some more stuff. So I still got plenty of room in here. What do I got in here? Binoculars, nothing fancy. Some Bushnell bone collector binoculars. Rarely do I use them. Sometimes I do, but I'm hunting a lot of thick stuff, so these don't see much action. But sometimes when you're scouting around, walking through the ridges, it's nice to scan around, because you'll be surprised sometimes there's deer laying up and you can't really see them unless you take your time with these. But most of the time in the stand, I'm not using them. But again, I don't have a lot going on. I pack pretty light, I'd think, so the little extra weight doesn't bother me. They're always nice to have in there. And then got my camera arm. I did a whole review on this thing. Nice little small fluid head on here. And this guy just screws right into the tree. I'll hang my backpack on this thing. I'll do a bunch of stuff with it. So that just stays right in here. I was carrying it on the side where I had the water bottle, and it's not that hard to get to. I'd rather keep it in here. It's just more quiet. So that stays in there. And that stays in there too. And like I said, as the season goes on, if I want some extra layers or whatever, they can go in here. And then this pouch here, I got pen, all my tags, landowner slips, all that type of stuff. Here's some tissues. If I'm marking, or toilet paper rather, sorry. Marking, there's some blood on there right now. Marking a blood trail, you put these up, they disintegrate. Plus, if you gotta go to the bathroom, always nice to have some of those. Leaves are fine, but yeah, it's nice having the toilet paper. Then I got a little medical kit. Just real small, some rubber gloves, tongue depressors, which you're never gonna need. A couple Band-Aids, some wipes. Nothing crazy, but you know, you're out there, you cut your finger with a knife or something like that, or a broadhead, or good to have something. I didn't carry one for the longest time, but it doesn't hurt. And then these glow sticks, dollar store. Yeah, 4 of them, 98 cents. I got a bunch of these. And these are great. You throw them out after you find your arrow or first blood, and you can get a good starting point, and you can hang them and move them as you go, and you know, kind of be able to see your path at night. I think it just helps so much. I mean, the toilet paper is nice if you got to go back the next day or if it's light out, but like just looking and visually seeing the line of glow sticks, it just kind of gives you an idea of where the deer's headed. So that's about it in that compartment there. And last but not least, I got my harness. This is a tree spider. I had it forever. It's all right. I don't mind it. It's not the greatest, but it's comfortable enough. It's kind of starting to wear out over here. This is just a cover on it. It's not actually part of the strap itself. That's all still solid, but so right in here, because I usually carry my bow as I'm walking in, so I keep a rangefinder in my left pocket. Could pull that out, hit a range on something if I have to. This inside pocket is empty. Usually keep a couple things in there, my phone or something in one of these. Over here I keep a compass. Easy to get to. Always kind of check my bearings, and if everything fails on me out there, my phone dies, the battery charger dies, everything goes bad, you know, I'll just make it a habit of like at least getting a bearing and be like, all right, I got to go east out of this place. You know, it might not be the best path, but it'll get me back to the road or wherever I need to go. So as usually I'm not going in, you know, too crazy, but sometimes it could be more than a couple miles. Sometimes it's just thick and I don't know really where I'm going. So it's not that I'm going that deep, but it starts getting dark and you're in somewhere thick and there's no markers or anything. You got to have some clue where you're going. So I just throw that in there. And then, yeah, like I said, this pocket's empty as well. So either of these, I like to have stuff open. I feel like there was a point when I wanted to pack every square inch, every pocket, everything was all over the place. And you know, sometimes, like I said, you want to throw a snack in here, you want to throw some milkweed in here, which usually you can see. I'll keep some up here so when I'm in the stand I can just pull them out. You know, keep your phone in one. So it's nice to have extra capacity. Like I said, it's tempting to buy more stuff and fill up more pockets, and you know, God forbid there's an open spot, you could shove more crap, but that's about it. So like I said, Walmart backpack, a couple things in my safety harness there, and like I said, this little system I have here, putting on this fanny pack, keeps all my climbing stuff together. And when I'm not taking the stand out, you know, I can pull this out. I leave it in my tote with all my other hunting stuff and all the other stuff I'll use. So if I'm just hunting from the ground or walking around and I don't need this, you know, it's not attached to the stand. It's not permanently in the backpack where I got to take everything out into pieces. It's all together. And I just take it, put it away. Oh, I'm going to use my stand. Boom. Throw it in there, and I'm done. So, all right, everyone. Well, that's about it. That's all my stuff for early season. Obviously, I'm going to bring my bow, and I always keep my release clipped on to my top cam, so that is always with it. I know people bring extra releases and all that type of stuff, but mine stays on my bow as soon as I'm done with it. When I get back to the truck, it goes right on there, and if I have my bow, I have my release. So that's kind of how I do it. But anyways, let me know what you guys bring, if you think I should bring anything else or dump anything, and that seems to work well for me. Oh, the other one thing I forgot that I'll keep in this pouch as well is a knife. So you get out there, you got to field dress the deer somehow, but I took it out right now because I was using it for something else, so I got to make sure that goes back in there along with fresh batteries for everything. So that's about it. All right, well, thanks for watching.